Hey everyone, and thanks for joining Sam's AI Automation. Today we're going to look at some really simple AI use cases that you can use to make money now. So that's basically what we're looking at today. And first one we're going to look at, I've got 5 use cases here that we're going to look at, and the best one I've saved for last. But first of all, we'll look at this one, which is basically voice AI to call back e-commerce users that abandon the cart that they actually start on an e-commerce platform. Just think of any time you've been to an e-commerce store, you've looked at it, you've tried to find out what the shipping price was. People will typically put in their phone number and stuff, and then they'll just abandon the cart when they see it's a bit too expensive. One thing you can do with products such as Air AI and Bland AI is actually create voice bots that will look at the information that is entered by the potential customer into the e-commerce site and actually offer a discount perhaps over the phone by ringing up these customers and saying, hey, come back to our site, buy the product, and we'll give you a 10% discount. You can tell I'm not a salesperson. Okay, so basically that's a really handy and simple use case that you can use using something like, again, Bland AI, Air AI. You can set up voice bots quite easily and connect them to Shopify or I believe WooCommerce as well. And it's not a hard thing to do. And it's a very useful for an e-commerce shop owner. You could sell that service to them quite easily, I'd imagine, simply based on the conversion rate that is likely to be a result of that. Okay, so I'll move on to the second one. The second one is basically build out your Instagram following with meme posts. Now, I've done a previous post about this. It's actually maybe 3 or 4 videos ago. And again, not again, but this one is actually not directly money, but long-term, building an audience is definitely a positive for anyone in business, whether you have a business or you just want to build a personal brand. Being able to help yourself with the Instagram algorithm by creating posts on a regular basis. I mean, continually posting to Instagram can be quite difficult. If you want to post 3 or 4 times a day, really it's hard to keep up. But if you're prepared to do meme posts and prepared to automate your Instagram posts using AI and automation, you can really build out your posts quite easily and quite simply. Again, check out one of my earlier videos. The next one we all wanted to look at, number 3, is to process knowledge-based create process knowledge-based software or a chatbot. Basically, every big or small, medium, or large company out there that's successful has procedures, and these are the most boring things in the world. People that come into a company don't want to waste their time looking through them all. One thing you can do is feed all those procedures into using a program such as BotPress, or there's dozens of competitors out there. Feed those into a knowledge base for an AI chatbot or software of some description, basically. And so instead of actually having to plow through mountains of procedures when someone wants to find something out about how things are done within a company, they'll simply type a prompt into, or in this example, type a prompt into a prompt basically, and you'll get an answer that's accurate very quickly. You'd even connect this to voice AI pretty easily. It would work well with that as well. Okay, so we'll move on to number 4, which is HR-based models. Now, I'll probably refine this down maybe to the use case of sorting through resumes. Basically, every job these days gets hundreds of resumes all around the world. You can imagine that's a pain in the very difficult to look through. And one thing, AI can really sort through these with obviously appropriate guidelines that narrow down what an appropriate candidate is. Quite easily can be used to create a short list of potential employees. I'll put here, though it may not make the decision, it can make the short list. Though it may not make the decision, you can actually get it to make the decision based off a resume if you really wanted to. Again, that's probably removing some of the human factor of if they're a fit to a company based on their personality, which is a bit hard to tell through a resume. In fact, it's very difficult to tell, but it is something that is possible. And one of the ones I found was Affinda was quite a useful tool for this particular use case. Now, the next one, and by far my favourite, is creating lead generation from an existing phone database. Basically, lead generation is trying to find new customers for your business, and leads are basically people that are interested perhaps in your service, and they may have a strong possibility of becoming a customer. One thing you can use conversational AI for is if you have a long list of old customer mobile numbers, you've got gold there. You can send SMSs or WhatsApp messages to these phone numbers using conversational AI. And what you can do is you might have 100 phone numbers. You send out 100 messages, 10, 20 people reply, and of those, 3 or 4 you can get down the funnel and get them to book in an appointment with one of your salespeople, or maybe buy your product straight out. It's really quite a powerful tool, and I really think it's something you should look at, whether it's for your own business or selling as a service to other businesses. I use Go High Level. It's quite a good CRM automation platform that can be used for this. Okay, so there's my 5 simple AI use cases that you can use to make money now. There's really no excuse as to why not to learn these and make something of it. It's really quite just a massive opportunity that's out there. Thanks, everyone.